Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall. 1 o'clock is telling me it's 10:30. 1 o'clock is telling me it's 11:30. Must be 10:30. Or is it 11:30? Maybe it's later than I thought. Did I dream off? I don't know. Whatever time it is anyway. Back with 2 for tomorrow. One on the flat, not on the goose, on the turf in Navan, bus horse, and one over the jumps in Carlisle. Shout out to Jay Brody. He mentioned about Perth last night. It's always something I wanted to go, but I never sort of had the time. I might go somewhere during the summer to England racing. I always Kelso or Perth. Kelso is something that was in my mind, but we might go or Musselburgh somewhere during the summer. Maybe we'll see. Feeling better today. Have to say the tablets are beginning to work. Didn't start eating properly yet. I didn't risk it, but was out in the garden all day. Well, in and out. Took breaks. Electric clippers and a step ladder, and then the long ladder and the handsaw for the ones on top. So we have about half one side done, and we have a lot more to do. It'll be 2 weeks, I'd say, to get it all done. I didn't get anything at the back done last year, so with being gone for so long. So it'll keep me fit. Going up and down the ladder is tiring, but it's great to be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it the last 2 months, so I'm absolutely delighted I was able to do it today. I had the phone with me, so I pulled out a deck chair and I was watching the racing. I was actually on the ladder tonight when I got a phone call, and I knew it was coming up to 8 o'clock. Had to see that. I had to come down fast. Jay Brody and Gerard Darcy. There was a couple of more. I didn't get a chance to look at that, find that sheet. We had 4 running today, as I was saying. If someone said to me last night, "You're going to have 2 winners tomorrow," I'd have said, yeah, the one in Wolverhampton and Cadell. I couldn't understand Flash de Pistolet. That's a front runner, and I was looking at the start, and I said, "What in Jesus is going on here?" I've no idea. Horse pulled up. That's a front runner over 2.5, 2 runs back, and over 2 miles the last time. And I don't know, handbrake on today or whatever. I've no idea. Was an excuse for it. It's beyond comprehension in my small mind. And Cadell as well. Couldn't understand that either. And there was late money that went off 6-4 or something. It was 3-1 a couple hours before it off. And then we had 2 on the go. One in Wolverhampton, slow down Barney. He didn't slow down. Hollydale, great ride. You could see halfway that was in a perfect position, and it'll be better over 2 miles, and it won't up. It only go up 3 or 4 pounds for that. It was 3 out of 3 for John McConnell today. He had an odds-on shot in the first race, won well, and he had one with Forum in that race of ours. That had form on good ground in Cheltenham behind Listening Old Lad last fall. And that's what's happening now, is that horses that needs the goodish ground will be getting it from now on, so I have to keep an eye on that. And then tonight, as your man on the A-team used to say, I love when a plan comes together. The book with the big cigar. Steve, can't think of it. Begins with a P, does it? Someone will tell me. No, not there. And I was watching it, went out to 22-1 in running. It was going all right, and it had a nice turn of foot. Won at 13-2. Went out 8-9. It was 9-1 last night. Came into about 7, so went out to 9, then a bit of late money. If it hadn't those 2 runs with the handbrake on to get it down the 4 pounds, it probably wouldn't have won. But Plot spotted and landed. So good start to the week. It was nearly time Brandon. After the first two at the jumps today, I was saying, Jesus Christ, is there going to be another manic Monday? Anyway, on to tomorrow. My hair is full of stuff. Well, half full now. There's a bucket will come out a while ago. There's an interesting 3 mile, 110 yards novice handicap chase tomorrow in Carlisle. Sean Og is the favourite, but I think there might be a doubt about its stamina. This is over three and a half a furlong. Is one when it hasn't ran. That was the only time it ran over 3 miles. This time it didn't stay, I thought, in last October. There's one over one here. What am I on about? 1 over 100 first time out. Oh yeah, there was a bit of a problem with that, wasn't there? But I thought with the ground, John Joe's horse, Mount Fugi Park. This won a point to point for Donica Doyle. And I think, did it go 270,000? Well, let's just double check. Went a big price anyway. I think it went 270k. $290,000 in the Cheltenham sales in February 2000, not even about 2 years ago. Won a couple of races over hurdles, but got a rating of 123 on good to soft ground last year in Newbury, behind Zane Knight's Take No Chances, Armanier. It beat good horses there. And behind Ketchum Derry, like that was in one of a class 3. Put over fences then, good to soft. It needs good ground, I think. Ran on soft ground the last time. It's John Joe's in a bit of better form than he was. Finlock, we won on that before, but it's very inconsistent. That's all I could get over the jumps tomorrow. Was Mount Fuji Park 7-2 point win. And I'm going to just mention 2 races in Pontefract. The Jamaican Flight, 2 miles 2. Pigeon House, former inmate of Jessica Harrington's, is on the flat. It was second there recently to I can't remember. Jesus, I'm not going to check. Justice won this last year. It won heavy ground, but if anyone wanted to bet, I thought Glory and Honour might be well handicapped. It has won at the track before. I'm not going to put this up in writing or tip. People can evaluate themselves. It won off 2 miles 2, good staying race. It hosed up that day, and it's rated 117. So that if you take the £40 off, that'll be in the 70s, and it's only a pound higher than it was in that, and it's a sprint. 407. Richard Fahey has won 4 out of the last 8 on good ground, which it is, or good to firm. The inside is a better draw. Leslie's Boy would be tempting for me. one after a break. It won on good ground, done no good on soft, and that's too far. Good ground it won as well. Fahy would have a selection of horses to pick from. He's picking that one onto a bet. Bush horse, Billie Frechette, won recently of 55 in Dundalk. Who did it beat? Slow Down Barney. And I was pointing out last night that it was the jockey that won the race. Coli Keane, that he went the easiest way home, swung to the stand. We'll have a quick look at it again. And I think the danger horse is the one that finishes third. Actually, it has a 5 pound swing. And it's
You've got it now being pushed along to keep tabs
here
on the leaders on the inside, and they're followed wide by Micaiah and Billie Frechette coming towards the stand side as they head into the straight inside the final 2.5 furlongs. Ishi now and Ubra Mafides in the centre. Billie Frechette coming there in the stand side. Towards the far side, both Duke Otto and the favourite and the top weight Metamorpheus are racing down inside the final furlong and a half. It's Billie Frechette now with the lead from Slow Down Barney coming through to give chase in second as they race down inside the final furlong. Billie Frechette, Slow Down Barney and Donald O'Connor on the far side. Billie Frechette by half a length holds that advantage to the line. Billie Frechette from Slow Down Barney. Micaiah stayed on.
Micaiah stayed on there. He was sort of eye-catching. It's a tough pull. Nice finish there in Navan. Shane Foley riding. This could be a danger. Heavy ground. That was eye-catching, I thought. It used to be with Gerard Lyons. But we'll go with Billie. Couple of local horses running. The Truant, he's locally owned. He had a good run the last day over hurdles. He was fourth. I thought they might up him in trip over hurdles, but they're going this route. And Scott Lang is owned by, there's a Boyle contingent in it. So I hope neither are celebrating tomorrow if we back Billie Frechette, but I wish him the best of luck. It's Monday night. What do we do on a Monday night? I sing an old song. This came into my head when I was above on the ladder today. I was thinking of horses, and this came into my head. Two little boys had two little toys. Each had a wooden horse. Gaily they played on a summer's day. Warriors both, of course. One little chap, he had a mishap. Broke off his horse's head. Wept for his toy, but cried for joy when he heard his brother say, do you think I would leave you crying when there's room on my horse for two? Climb up behind and stop your crying. We'll mend up your horse with glue. When we grow up, we'll both be soldiers, and our horses will not be toys. And maybe you will remember when we were two little boys. Long years had passed, war came at last. Bravely they marched away. Cannons roared loud amid that bright crowd, where wounded and dying Joe lay. Then came a cry, a rider dashed by, out from the ranks of blue. Galloped away to where Joe lay, as he heard his brother say, do you think I would leave you dying when there's room on my horse for you? Climb up here, Joe, we'll soon be flying to the ranks of the boys in blue. Can't see me, Jack, that I'm all a tremble. It may be a flash and the noise, or it may be because I remember when we were two little boys, or it may be because I remember when we were two little boys. Bash the bookies, over and out.